So Mark Cuban thinks that Dogecoin could reach $1. However, can Dogecoin potentially reach $10? In this video, I'm going to explain exactly why all of this is possible.
Let's talk about blockchain. To me, that is actually a non-proprietary utility. Right. Why would that in any way be a storage of value, blockchain? Anybody can use it.
Blockchain effectively is software.
Okay,
I mean,
so
it's a distributed database that's managed independently, and that inherent combination makes it a utility, makes it software effectively that has value and utility.
So when somebody's running around trying to raise a blockchain fund, that's just a software for hire fund.
And in some respects, but there's a specific, there are very unique use cases for blockchain. So for instance, when people say there's no value, no intrinsic value to crypto, they don't really look at the value of blockchain. Now, when you take blockchains from different types of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin versus Ethereum versus others, there's significant differences, but blockchain in general does have at least a basic intrinsic value. Not as high as what the cryptos trade for, but there is basic intrinsic value. And I'll give you an example. If, for instance, there was a blockchain-driven general ledger system that had auditing capabilities.
Yeah.
So, for instance, for a big company, you wanted to have a truly independent auditor so you would set up a general ledger system using blockchains where an external third party would be able to look at different segments of the general ledger. There wouldn't just be one auditor. You could have
it makes the process more efficient, so it adds value there.
Well, but it makes it not just more efficient, but it makes it truly independent.
But there's no equity that I can buy in blockchain.
Well, but let me finish. Imagine if this was a system used for Enron.
Yeah.
So that instead of having Arthur Anderson doing their auditing and their accounting, and we know what happened from there, the auditors and the accountants, there were 3 different auditors and accountants that just using blockchain were able to look at a specific segment of their general ledger.
So they would have caught the fraud way earlier.
They would have caught the fraud because you couldn't fake out all 3 of them.
So it has utility there. I get it.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Mark Cuban just said that blockchain has intrinsic value. And that intrinsic value could be valued up to as much of gold in regards to Bitcoin. And blockchain and Bitcoin are directly correlated. Therefore, if blockchain has intrinsic value, then it's simply a question of how much this intrinsic value is and whether or not Bitcoin is undervalued at the current moment. If Bitcoin's intrinsic value in regards to its blockchain is equal to that of gold, or possibly even more than gold, then that means throughout time you can predict that Bitcoin will surpass gold due to its intrinsic value. Personally, I believe that Bitcoin is undervalued currently, and in the future we can see Bitcoin reach its mark in terms of intrinsic value, and that is only a matter of time before that does occur. This could possibly happen within the next 10 years. And once this does occur, we can see Dogecoin right behind Bitcoin. And as a result of Bitcoin flying, we can see the rest of these cryptocurrencies following closely behind. And as a result, I think Dogecoin can easily reach $1, and $10 could be a possibility in that scenario. We have an article written, Mark Cuban thinks Dogecoin could get to $1, but could it get to $10? On March 6, billionaire investor Mark Cuban said on Twitter that he could see a way for the price of meme cryptocurrency Dogecoin to reach $1. Now, one financial research firm says it is even possible for the price to reach $10. And I highly agree with this statement and prediction. In the future, we can see Dogecoin above $10 as a result of the rapid increase in the cryptocurrency market. Mark Cuban tweeted, when a Forbes reporter asks me about Dogecoin and whether it's a bad look for crypto when people are buying it, he says, no, it's not a bad look. Dogecoin is less than a dime. You can buy $1 worth or $10 worth and have fun watching it all day, every day. Literally, and I say this with all seriousness, it's the best entertainment bang for your buck available. So we can see that Mark Cuban believes that Dogecoin is worth the money, and he really loves the community that Dogecoin does have to offer. And he has stated in the past before that Dogecoin can reach $1, but it can also potentially reach $10. Inflation and influencers, how investors can send Dogecoin to $10. Investors could have turned $1,000 as an initial investment in Dogecoin into nearly $1 million today. In 2014, a technical change was made to Dogecoin. This change was basically the mining reward for people that were mining Dogecoin, and as a result, the inflation capped to 5.256 billion coins per year. And if Dogecoin does have another inflation change, it could potentially reach $10. Now, this could be the founders placing a cap on Dogecoin's inflation or reducing it, in which case it would skyrocket very quickly. The founders of Dogecoin have already changed the fundamentals of Dogecoin before in the past after its creation, so this is something that could potentially happen in the future. And as of now, Dogecoin is trading at the $0.057 range and it is up 1% for the day. But in the weeks and months to come, I think this number can change drastically, and it can change drastically towards the upside.
And I always said Bitcoin was worth what somebody will pay for it. And so, as long as there's people coming in, it's okay. As long as the demand exceeds the supply, it's okay. And I've always compared it to gold and always said that it was better than gold. When people say gold has intrinsic value, that's ridiculous. The idea that, assigning, we like gold colored jewelry or gold original jewelry, and that's intrinsic value is ridiculous. And so I think for a lot of reasons, then we fast forward to this summer, really, and you start to see the value of smart contracts and DeFi in particular and governance. And now you realize whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum, even maybe some other choices, when somebody owns that, they become their own personal banker.
So Mark Cuban basically just said that Bitcoin could potentially be valued as much as gold. And gold has a market valuation of $10 trillion to $11 trillion for all the gold that is mined or above ground. If this was to occur, that would mean that Bitcoin would do well above 8x in the future. As of right now, Bitcoin is trading at $59,000 with a current market cap of $1.1 trillion. So if Bitcoin did reach the market cap of gold, this would actually be a 10x. And if Bitcoin does reach the market cap of gold, I think Dogecoin will reach $10, and it's going to be directly influenced by Bitcoin's price for some time. We can see that Bitcoin is the number one largest cryptocurrency in the world, and it's number one by far. We can see that it has a market dominance of 55.9% over here. And this is all the cryptocurrencies combined into one graph. And they have been rising fast, as we can see, in 2020 and 2021. Most of this is influenced by Bitcoin since most of the money is going to Bitcoin. But as a result of this, other cryptocurrencies have been flying too. I'm primarily speaking about Dogecoin. So if Bitcoin reaches $10 trillion in the future, we can expect Dogecoin to reach $1 in the future relatively easily. And it could potentially even reach $10 as a result of this. And if the founders of Dogecoin do place a cap on Dogecoin, then we can see some crazy things happening to Dogecoin.
The largest Dogecoin merchant in the world. Insane.
Somebody's got to be, right? Somebody's got to be.
Mark, what's the response been, just in general, positive, negative, from you, doing this, a joke coin, I guess?
Yeah, it's not even really a joke coin that people can spend it now, right? It's just, I don't know if it's an investment per se, but it's fun. There's an army, right? The Doge army is just out of control. They're fun. They're together. They're trying to push that thing up. Sometimes it's like pushing the string, but they're trying to push, and it's just fun to be part of it, right? Because they've got a cool energy, and it's like trading stocks, right? 99% of people understand the gig. There's always the 1% on both sides of it that don't quite get it, but like I said before, it's better than a lottery ticket. And if we get 6.5 billion Dogecoin spent on mass equipment, I'm gonna do my best to get that thing up to $1.
So there you have it. We can see that Mark Cuban just said he's going to do the best that he can to make Dogecoin reach $1 if people keep spending their money on Mavs equipment, which of course he's talking about the collaboration with Dogecoin and BitPay, a digital merchant for Dogecoin that essentially allows the trade of Dogecoin on their platform for Mavericks merch. So I think Dogecoin reaching $1 is a matter of inevitability, but it's also highly possible that Dogecoin can reach $10 as a result of the rapid increase in cryptocurrencies and the prediction that Bitcoin will be bigger than digital gold. And before we go any further, make sure you do get your 2 free Webull stocks valued up to $1,600 each. And it's essentially like free money because you're getting free stocks that you can take out at any time, which is money right there. So make sure you get them by pressing the link in my bio and join our private Discord chat community, in which we'll be accepting everyone who joins within the next week for free. After that, you'll have to pay to join through our Patreon, so make sure you join while you still can. And our goal is to get 1,000 people in our Discord within the next week. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and if you haven't already, smash the like button and also subscribe to our community. Until next time.